Good morning, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited for today's webinar with our group accounts team. We're going to review renewals and your process that is very shortly coming up. So we want to make sure you're prepared for fourth quarter and what every carrier has to offer, your options when it comes to renewal time, the feedback we need at renewal time, and the great team that we do have here that is going through your renewals, your surveys, all that fun stuff. If you have any questions, remember it is live question and answers, so you don't have to wait till the end. But if you'll just put them over there in the chat box, our team will address them either as they get to them at the end, or we'll follow up with everyone after the webinar. After the webinar, I'm going to hop back on here. We're going to talk about what we have for the rest of the month coming up, answer any more questions that you guys might have, and then let you know what you will be receiving after today's webinar. I hope you enjoy everything our team has to offer. And again, please feel free to put those questions over there. Your feedback is very much warranted, and we love to hear from you.
All right, thank you again for joining us today for our renewals webinar. Today we will be going over how to access and navigate your OCI account, how to locate and pull your surveys effectively. We'll learn how to utilize the carrier timeline database, which is a great tool that we created for you, understand renewals and which carriers auto-renew, and then we will review renewal requirements by carrier for a smooth process and a smooth fourth quarter. All right, so I am going to walk you through how to access your renewals, your surveys. We create tasks for escalated issues, how to pull that, how to keep updated on your groups. So you'll go to the OCI website, you'll log in. I'm going to log in as if I was you. And then you can search your group here, but I'm just going to do a demo group for you. So when you receive an email notification, this is when we put your renewal into our system. Any survey, any task that we're doing, you'll get a notification sent to you by email. And you can find it by going to notifications, account updates. But today I'm going to show you how to find it just by going to the group benefits page. So you will go to my group benefits, my policies. And then you'll find your group here. And this is where you'll have the policy information, everything you need to know. And then if you want to pull a renewal, you can go to the tasks. There's no task there, but if there were to be a task there, you would have a survey task would be located there. It would be marked survey, then your group name and your group number. Renewals will be marked with, for example, month August 2025 renewal. And then any escalated task, say a billing issue, a claims issue, something that we need to work with the carrier with, and it'll take more than just a one-time answer. All of that correspondence will be in there for you to locate and pull. So it is a really great tool for you to use just to keep updated on your groups, renewal surveys, things like that as we go into busy season or even not busy season. Another helpful tool is our carrier timeline tool. And this is an Excel sheet that will show you all the deadlines that we have per carrier, when renewals are released, where you can find them, when surveys are released, if we need a survey, things like that, that are very, very helpful. And you can find this by going to the OCI website. And then in the resources tab, this is a screenshot for you. And then it'll be the top one, the carrier timing database Excel. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. We have surveys. What is a survey? Why is it important? And surveys are very, very important. They're important because they ensure that only qualified individuals receive coverage, which helps maintain compliance, controls costs, and protects the integrity of the plan. With surveys, they want to see if your group is eligible for coverage. With each medical carrier, we're going to go over our top carriers for medicals. So for Aetna, we're pretty removed from that survey process. That is held or handled with the group and the carrier directly. With Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, say your group has a Blue Pride plan, we will pull and send out those surveys directly to you. For Chamber Choice and Blue Freedom, Blue Cross will send that survey directly to the group. They CC us, and then we will create a task and send that to you to make sure that that group gets done. Because with Blue Cross, they will not release your renewal until that survey is completed. Medica, there are no surveys. With UHC, the group will receive a letter. We also receive letters. This is called an eligibility verification. So it's not called a survey, but this needs to be completed as well. UHC will release your renewal, but they will not accept the renewal until that eligibility verification is completed. And this can be completed by the broker or the group, but we do have access to see the status. So if you ever have any questions, we can check to see if it's completed, in progress, if things are missing, things like that. Okay, so renewal processes. With Aetna will send the renewal directly to you and OCI, and we will create a task, make sure that is followed up on. With Allstate, it will be the same case. Allstate sends directly to you, copies in OCI. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, it depends on what kind of plan that your group is on. With Blue Pride, we are able to pull those renewals, and then we will send to you, create a task, and everything is great. With Chamber Choice and Blue Freedom, that is sent to us, and then we are sending it to you, and we will also create a task. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota, we are able to pull and send out to you. Medica, we can pull as long as it's not a large group. Large group will be sent to you directly, and then we are copied in. With UHC, it's the same case. We are able to pull, and then if it is large group, their account executive will send directly to you and copy us in. With proactive level funded proposals, we are sent those from UHC and Blue Cross if your group is eligible. And we do have the option, I know if you think your group would be eligible, we can ask. But proactive proposals are sent to us and they are sent to you as well. With ancillary carriers, we are able to pull all of these. And I just want to remind you that all ancillary lines do auto renew. So you do not have to send in a renewal decision unless they are changing their plan or terming, because we will complete that task out right away, update the policy page and the plan information, and they are set to go. Okay, so after the renewal is sent to you and you are communicating with your group and they make a decision, they can either renew as is, make a plan change. Maybe they want to migrate to level funded, switch carriers, or cancel their coverage. This is what we will need from you based on one of those decisions. So with Aetna, no matter if they renew as is or make a plan change, we will need that renewal signature from the group, and that is located in the renewal packet. You will select the plan, mark an X on the sheet. The group will sign, date, submit it to us. We will submit it to Aetna, complete out the task, update everything, and they are good to go. With Allstate, there are 4 documents that are needed. And those are also sent to you in the renewal email. And one of those is the acceptance page on the renewal document. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska with Blue Pride, we do not need any signatures, anything like that. We are able to update that on the portal and submit that decision. With Chamber Choice and Blue Freedom, just let us know what the group would like to do, and we will send that in, and then you will get a DocuSign MGA. So that will go to the group. That will go to the agent, and then that will go to us for final approval. We make sure all the rates are correct, everything looks good. We need the employer contributions, and then that will be approved, and Blue Cross will process that. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota, we are able to update that renewal on the portal as well. With Medica, it depends on whether it's level funded or not. So if it's a level funded group, they will need the acceptance form completed, and that is also located on the renewal packet. With UHC, so this one's a little tricky. You can send us in the renewal decision, but if they are making a plan change, we will need the employee elections, because on the portal, it will not let us submit that renewal acceptance unless all the employee elections are completed. Okay, so before we do a Q&A, I just want to go over rate relief. So I know with UHC, since that's what I just touched on, UHC was the last one, it just brought up in my mind. With asking for rate relief, anything more than 3%, we will need comp data. So just keep that in mind when asking. And UHC actually accepts, if we're asking for rate relief, they think that is you accepting that renewal. So if you really do want to market and you think that your group is going to switch carriers, probably asking for rate relief would be not ideal, but I just wanted to keep that in mind as we go into busy season, because I know it's going to get a little hectic. Okay, say your group wants to document or wants to migrate to level funded with UHC. Here would be the steps to do that.
The migration process is one that has been a little bit newer over the past couple of years when it comes to each carrier. Each carrier is going to differ, since you're going to receive those proactive quotes from them. And that proactive quote means that your group is running really healthy in that fully insured market. And they're saying, hey, you know what? We want to pull them up to a level funded plan. Here is what we can do. They don't have to accept it, but if they choose to, it is going to differ by carrier. Blue Cross Blue Shield, our team's gonna follow up with a document that outlines the entire process. So you should know what step you're in from beginning to end. You'll just let the team know which chamber choice plan that they want to go to and what those contributions look like. If they're going like 100%, if they're gonna split it just a little bit, that will be in the MGA. If you're going to use a UHC and you're going that direction for migration, you're going to let the team know what level funded plan that was presented to them that they would like to go with. If they're choosing to go a different route, we'd actually send it over to our BenOps team to go ahead and quote out for you guys if they want to look at different plans. But that migration process, it has become very simple. Most of them are done through a DocuSign now, so it should be pretty hands-off for the most part. Just a couple of digital signatures and we should be good to go. What we do ask is that everything is double-checked when it comes over to you, especially like a chamber choice plan if it's through Blue Cross. A lot of those start very similar, so just making sure we double-check our rates, what we are listing in the email that matches the proposal as well. But we have some great documentation that will get sent out to you guys as part of the follow-up today. Do you have any other questions for our team this morning? So we've had a lot of great information. We know renewal season is coming up quick. But if you do have some questions, go ahead and put those in the chat. We're going to give just a couple minutes. If you would like to be unmuted, we can work that way too. But we do have a great team here that can answer lots of questions for you. Extremely knowledgeable, best in the game, if you will. But this is one of the amazing pieces of being partnered with OCI, is having a group accounts team behind you to really help you get through everything that comes up at renewal season, those survey questions. And again, those surveys are vital. If your group is with a carrier that requires a survey, please make sure you stay on top of them of getting it done. They don't want to get non-renewed or anything along those lines. So our team does everything we can to stay in touch with you, multiple follow-ups as well as soon as we're notified of that survey. but we do ask you guys as a broker, make sure they don't have to go without coverage at some point by missing that survey. So I'm going to mute myself for just a second here, and then if you have some questions, go ahead and submit those, and then after that, we will close this thing out today. We do have a couple announcements before you leave, so I would encourage you to hang out for just a couple minutes here while we work through some questions. Does anybody have any questions on the process of requesting rate relief and possibly what each carrier requires, what each carrier offers rate relief, if they don't offer rate relief? It is different by carrier, so I will let you guys know that. So if you have a question and you're not super familiar with that, I would encourage you to ask it here. And just remember, if you have the question, someone else probably does too. All right, so a couple topics here. When it comes to Medica, you are going to have the best rate out the door that they're going to offer. So we know we always want to come back and ask for just a little bit more, but they don't offer rate relief. It is going to give us that best offer as soon as it's coming out to you guys. If it's the UHC, we did already kind of touch on that. If we're going to go back and ask for it, a lot of times we might get a yes, but they are expecting us to go ahead and take that plan at that case. The other thing, speaking of UHC, to be prepared for when you're getting your renewals this year, as we all know, they have a great new product called Surest. And while it's newer to us, it's not new to the market. It's actually been around for quite a few years. So with Surest, it's going to be included in all of your renewal packets. We encourage you guys, please ask questions if you have them. If you want to look at how like a Surest plan compares with your current plan, whether it's a full replace, it's a, you know what, let's partner this thing up and have a dual option. Our benefit operations team, more than happy to go ahead and get that spreadsheeted for you so that you have a good presentation to go ahead, take out to your client base, but making sure that we're touching every base there and every single option. We encourage you guys really take a hard look at your groups and see where is this a good fit. We can go ahead and get ahead of that if that's the case, but every UHC one, we are going to see that in the renewal packet. If you have questions, we have great marketing material to be able to explain that, including a demo site. That's pretty cool. We'll include a flyer today it will have a QR code in it. You can scan that and then it will take you to a demonstration site to go through just like the look and the feel of that Surest plan. So when you do see it on your renewals, you'll know just a little bit more of what to expect. The other one that you will see with a lot of your renewals this year is Pacific Life. A lot of you are familiar with our new partnership with Pacific Life and the great opportunity that they do have. We're hitting a lot more ancillary and worksite this year, and we are going to be coming to you with that conversation of, you know what, let's take a look here so you're not leaving any money on the table. If your group is only writing medical, you have a huge opportunity to protect that group, protect your book of business, and you know what? Earn a little bit more money as a broker, which everybody loves to do. Fourth quarter, you got some holidays coming up. It's not a bad thing to have a little extra cash. So if you have any questions, those will be with your renewals as well. And then we'll be having some great conversations with everyone. But we have pieces that are for you, the broker, and then also for your groups. So if you're not quite sure what to say, by all means, go ahead and ask us for that. If you need talking points, if you need flyers, I call them leave behinds, if you will, to go ahead and send out there, we have all of them for you. Okay. I'm not seeing any other questions come in this morning. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. We are very thankful for our accounts team here. They do an amazing job. Like I said, best in the game, if you will. When it comes to knowledge, they know the ins and outs of these carriers, the processes, the renewals, the surveys, and the products that we're talking about. So I do encourage you, ask the questions. And if you hop off of here and you're like, oh, I should have asked this, you can send an email, but give us a call. We love to be on the phone with you guys, just getting to know you, your book of business even better, and then what we can offer you as a company. Your feedback makes OCI better every single day. So we do encourage you to hop on these webinars. And in fact, our next one is August 26th. And it is with Principal. And the way that it is a little bit different is we are going to be covering the PFML that is taking place in Minnesota. 1/1, there is a vast change in that market, and there are some deadlines coming up. Starting really kind of in October with the notification. The hard deadline is November, but you will be seeing this coming from the benefit operations team. and your account executives and the account teams here today, you're going to be getting notifications. Please join that webinar. We are going to have great information. Our partners over there at Principal will have the Minnesota rep on as well. And again, it's a live question and answer. So any questions that you have, that is your time to ask them. Get familiar with the product. It's taking over other states as well. So it's a good thing to go ahead and get ahead of it. You'll see that notification from our marketing soon, and then all the teams. You're going to have a follow-up today with the webinar slides, a recorded link, and then some of those other follow-ups that I mentioned as well. But if you have any other questions, let us know. And thank you so much for joining us today. See ya, everybody.